YouTube where I was talking about persons were like, why doesn't she leave? Because in her case, as I stated, the unfaithfulness produced a child. What's up, Click Squad, and welcome back to Simply Kenna. Today's video is going to be a lot different than the videos that I usually post, because I usually do hair videos, a video with my husband, but this time around I'm going to be doing a video with just me, and we're going to be talking about, well, based on the title you would already know, it's knowing when to leave a relationship. And when I talk about relationship, I'm not talking about a marital relationship. I'm talking about like dating and coaching, more or less. And the reason why I decided to do this particular video, I really wanted to do it for a good while. But the reason why I decided to even make a video like this is simply because I have noticed, based on observation and other things, that a lot of us females, whether young girls or young women, we are caught up in relationships or situations that we have no place being in, or we stay in situations that we should not stay in. And then I'm like, doesn't anybody tell these people when it's time to leave? Doesn't anybody tell these people that this is not the relationship that you should be in? Anybody speaks to them? Or why can't we as women just know this kind of behavior or this situation is unacceptable and we need to leave? So I decided I'm going to make a video about this, and hopefully at the end of this that it would help someone. Now, another thing that kind of caused me to make this video as well is there is a particular YouTuber that I look at. I like looking at her, and it's more like a family vlog, more or less. And she is in a situation currently where she has been there was infidelity in her relationship, a boyfriend, about 2 infidelities that she's aware of, and one of them produced a child. And because of this, persons are saying, why doesn't she leave the situation, or what does the male have to do for her to leave the situation? So then I'm like, you know what, it's about time that I put this video out there. That's really why I'm making it, and I just really hope that it helps somebody and we start making better decisions at the end of this video. So the first one, knowing when to leave a relationship, if the guy is controlling. And when I mean controlling, I mean a male who tells you what to wear, what not to wear, or a male who constantly wants to be around you. They basically want to control the air you breathe. We know what controlling is. We know exactly what controlling feels like. It feels like being in a space and you're not able to breathe freely. You basically have to ask for permission to breathe, in other words. So they're going to tell you, this doesn't look good, you shouldn't wear this. And there's nothing wrong with a male giving a suggestion. Like someone could say, I don't really like that top, I don't really like that dress. But at the end of the day, it's advice or a suggestion. The female makes the decision at the end of the day, especially when you're not married, right? Especially when you're not married. You can take the advice, but you don't have to. But in situations where the female decides not to take the advice and the male gets all crazy, he gets, very aggressive because you don't go with the idea that he gives, I think that's something that you need to look into. And I have a low tolerance for controlling men. I'm being quite honest. I have a low tolerance for men who are controlling. And I find a lot of males have this controlling tendency, and a lot of females find themselves with guys like this, and it becomes overbearing. So if you notice that you're with somebody who constantly wants to tell you what to wear, how to put your hair, maybe what to eat, or like very like for the smallest thing they want to tell you what to do, I would suggest that you leave that relationship. And I know you might be like, but Canada's kind of petty just because he wants to tell me what to eat, what to wear. Trust me, sweetie, it's the beginning of a really messed up situation, because you're going to feel like you can't breathe, you can't make a decision without him being angry. So if your guy is controlling, leave him. Honestly, just leave him. Next, knowing when to leave a relationship. is if your male partner has anger issues, and this could tie into controlling, but it could be separated as well if he has anger issues. And one thing, I've also heard another YouTuber talk about this. She was talking about a past experience, and I know I know about this. Like, for instance, if your boyfriend is upset with you, boyfriend, fiance is upset with you, let's say they're driving you home, right? So you are out with them and they're driving you home, and in the vehicle, you guys get in an argument or a disagreement. They start to speed the vehicle. So if they were going like, I don't know, as a normal like 50, 60 miles an hour, because they're so upset with you, they're going to drive like 80 miles an hour, 85 miles an hour, 90 miles an hour, like really risking your life and risking their lives. And I find a lot of males do that. They do a lot of risky and impulsive things when they are angry, and it is to your detriment. Males like that, it's a let go, leave them. And the reason why I'm really telling you to leave them, because sometimes this anger this anger that they have actually turn into something very physical, and something that sometimes ladies lose their lives because. Another point is, if he, for instance, if he's angry, he would punch the wall. So it's like, okay, I don't want to hit you, but I'm so upset, I'm going to punch the wall. I'll slam the door. I'll break a window. I'll fling a plate. I'll like break a plate. I'll fling the phone. I'll mash up your phone. So if he's angry at you, let's say he called you, you weren't able to answer, and then he comes home and he's like, why you didn't see me calling you? And then out of anger, he'll take things and throw them. Like, those things are not things that I know should not be tolerated in any relationship. It's not healthy at all, and it's just going to be a damning situation. So if you are with someone who does any of the things listed above or fit into the things listed above, I am really advising that you leave them. And I'm not talking about no counseling. You're not married. Since you're not married, leave. I'm no longer that person who thinks, oh, you should work it out. No, 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 no. Females are not here to fix broken men. Broken men need fixing by psychiatrists, by psychologists, by therapists, not by you. That's not your job. God didn't create women to fix men. He created us to help. Well, for your husband, to help men in once they're your husband, and if it's a boyfriend or a fiance, I mean, you see the potential in them and then you guys grow. But a female never feel that you are in a man's life to fix them. We take up too many projects, broken projects and things. We could think we could fix people. We cannot. And we need to accept that. And the faster we accept that is the next point is infidelity. Ladies, and I recognize that there's a trend with infidelity. No, and it's not called a mistake. And loads, a lot of females like to coin the word. They like to relabel infidelity. It's not a mistake. It's a poor decision that was made, and if somebody owns up to it, they ask forgiveness. No, it's up to the females if she wants to take them back or she wants to leave the relationship, and recognize you have the choice to leave the relationship. Females, I don't know, we feel that we have to stay, that we have to fix, that we have to mend, that we have to do this, that we have to that. You're not a wife, you're a girlfriend. Do not feel obligated to stay with any man. You can leave at any point that you want to, because I can tell you, men do not have the same sort of mentality that we have, and it's about time that we recognize that. I know of persons who actually loved females, and because they just had certain ways in them that they couldn't deal with, they left somebody they loved because they couldn't live with maybe like a bad habit, or maybe the female not changing. But females always think that they have to stick it out to the end. There is no rule, there is no golden rule that says that, and we have to wise up in 2020 and we have to do better. Now, on the point of infidelity, if someone cheats, you have all right to leave the relationship. You do not have to give a second chance. So don't think for 1 minute that you have to. And there are many more cases where men who have cheated on women that they do it more than once. It's not a matter of they cheat, they're sorry, there's counseling, they're remorseful, and they don't do it again. There are lots of cases where they do it multiple times, they are not remorseful, because remorseful means that you're sorry, that there is a change of thinking, that you're not going back to that situation. But a lot of times, men who are unfaithful, they do it again, they are not remorseful. They're sorry they got caught, but they're not remorseful. They continue to do it, and then you are messed up, you feel insecure, you feel that there was something that you did that caused the infidelity. You're not pretty enough, you don't have the best body, that's probably why they cheated. No, first of all, cheating is never your fault, it's always on the fault of the person who did it. And do not feel obligated to stay. And I would not recommend that you stay if infidelity has occurred. Feel free to leave. You are able to leave, feel free to leave. Now, as I stated, the YouTuber who I was talking about, persons were like, why doesn't she leave? Because in her case, as I stated, the unfaithfulness produced a child. And you could see, there was a particular video that I looked at, it almost brought me to tears. Now, I don't really cry over any YouTubers' videos or anything like that, but when I saw her, she spoke to a particular subscriber, because they were saying something, right? And then when she started to say her piece, like, I really, it moved me to tears. And I recognize that this is a woman who is hurting, and this is a woman who feels betrayed, but this is also a woman, in my opinion, who would stay in this situation. And then I was wondering, sweetie, why are you staying? You don't have to stay. You don't have to. And in her particular case, she has children. So I think also women feel obligated to stay with a man once the man has fathered their child. Now, sweetie, you're not the first person who is who has had a child with a man who has been unfaithful to them, and you're not going to be the last person, right? And there are a lot of women, persons even give testimonies, or they shared their piece on them leaving a situation similar to hers, and that they are fine now, and that is the best thing they could have done. And it's better if you do these things early, because later you live a life, you basically, you're filled with regret, right? I personally believe at some point she would leave, but I don't think that that would be right now. But the fair is that when you do leave, you are filled with so much hate, so much regret, and you might feel like you are less than, and you're not worth this particular amount. Like, your self-worth will kind of diminish because you're with somebody who you probably don't trust anymore. You feel insecure around, you feel you're not worthy of I don't know. So I think, because of, it's not just about the cheating. Well, I mean, just cheating enough, you can leave, but it comes along with a lot of other stuff: trust issues, loyalty, things that have to be rebuilt. And as I said, it's not a marriage, and we need to stop treating dating and courtship like I'm saying. Married persons are given the go ahead to divorce if infidelity is an issue in the relationship. So more so, if you're single, you do not have to stay. And I'm really talking about this point because I feel a lot of women, and it's like they think it's the norm. They feel it's the norm for them to have baby mama drama. They feel it's the norm for the guy to step out on them and be with another woman. But then they might say something, well, at least I know he's coming home to me every night, or the lady took their guy and they're going to fight for him because maybe they've been with him for such and such a years and all of that. Like, no. First of all, if a man knows your worth, right? If he knows it and recognizing it, because you're worthy. Know that. First of all, you're a queen, and you're worthy, you're a princess based on your age, and you're a queen, and you need to know that. And a man isn't supposed to give you that word. You have been blessed with that word from the day you were conceived, from the day that you were pushed from that womb. You are a princess, you are a queen. You just need to find a man that knows your worth. He has not given you your worth, he just needs to recognize it. And I find we as women settle for men who do not know our worth, and then because of that, we no longer recognize our worth. Off of that point now, the next one. Leave a relationship if a guy is physically abusive. Now, first of all, I'm thinking just the pain, like the pain, the physical pain, the black and blue hand, the black and blue face would cause you to leave a relationship. But many a times we stay even though we are beaten up, we have black eyes, um, we are literally black and blue all over. We stay in abusive relationships because of love. Now, I think we need to recognize what love is and what love isn't. Love is not, love doesn't cause pain. Now, I look at the best example I can give of love is the love that God has for me. And I can't separate me being a Christian and talking to you from a Christian perspective because that's who I am. It's not a separation, Kennedy Christian, Kennedy person. Kennedy Christian, the person, they're all in one. And there's nothing about God's love that causes me pain. Nothing He does causes me pain. I would have my own flaws and my imperfections, and getting rid of them or certain things would cause me pain. But there's nothing that God does that would bring pain upon me. He rebukes me because He loves me, and ways in me that needs to change. He would show me the way and as I said, chastise and so forth. But everything is done out of love to make me a better person. And there's a text that says what love is. It says love is kind. Love is patient. Love is long suffering. Right? Love isn't puffed up. Love knows no evil. So a person who is physically abusive, who probably chokes you, probably has knocked your lights out, caused you to go to the hospital, slapped you, like it doesn't have to even be something that drastic, but like a slap, a box, that is not love. And the moment a man attempts to or hits you, leave him. Do not give him a second chance, because in most cases they do hit a second time, and too many ladies lose their lives because of abusive partners. And this is not love. And it is so sad that we love men who do not love us back. This is so sad. So I am saying, once anybody is physically abusive, they're hurting you in that way, like abusive, punching, doing all these things to you, leave them. While I was talking about this, another thing came to mind. Men who are also emotionally abusive. And sometimes I kind of see them on the same page. Now, and there are times where emotional abuse, it leaves a more long-lasting effect than even the physical abuse. They're both bad. Like I'm not even going to compare them in a sense. But with emotional abuse, they might let you feel like you're not good enough. That there's somebody better than you, that you should be glad that they are with you. So it's not a matter of you guys are equal or he is the most fortunate or blessed guy in the world to have you. No. It's like, lady, you should be glad I even decide to be with you. Lady, you should be glad I even look at you, because I could have choose this and that woman, but I choose you. And then that starts to diminish your self-worth. Also, men who may make you feel that your physical look is not enough. Like they may compare you to somebody else, maybe an ex, like especially when they argue, they might compare you to an ex or compare you just to somebody else. Men who do this to you, leave men like this. Love, you're supposed to be happy when you're in love. In love is a happy feeling. You're not supposed to be crying every night when you're in love. You're not supposed to be trying to hide or patch up scars on your body when you're in love. You're not supposed to constantly be reminding yourself of your worth when you're in love, because you will be having somebody who will be reminding you that you are a queen and treating you like one. Love, you're supposed to be happy. They had that term, I think it's floating on clouds or butterflies in your stomach. You're supposed to have that kind of giddy. That's what love is. That is what love is. And I think, and I will not even say a watered down version of love, because there's only one version, and that's the true version. But a lot of us kind of go for that Hood Love. And I remember this song. I can't remember who sang it. It's either Mary J. Blige or Tony Braxton. I can't remember. But there's a song called Hood Love. We got hood love. I'll be cussing, I'll be screaming like it's over. And then she was saying hood loving is the good loving. And I remember I used to be singing that song. We got hood love. I'll be cussing, I'll be screaming like it's over. And when you listen to songs like that, it's like it kind of normalizes um this kind of love. And I have to do this with love because it's not love. Where like you think you have to be cussing like all in the road, brawling with your boyfriend or brawling with your fiance. He slap you, you slap him, you push him, he push you, and at the end of the day, it's like, you know, that's my boy, that's my girl, we still love each other. No, that's crap, 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 crap. And if you believe that, get that out of your head. I don't care where you've been born. I know lots of persons are born in areas where they see that and that's the norm. But I don't care how normal it appears, it isn't love. And we need to get back to knowing what love looks like so that we could pattern look for relationships like that. And don't look at these celebrity couples as well. And no. You guys need good role models. We need good role models. And I always say, I know how God loves. And I have two wonderful parents, my mother and my father. And another point that came to me is being with someone who isn't on your level or someone who isn't equally yoked. Now I know the Bible talks that equally yoked, and generally it's in the religious aspect. But when I say equally yoked in this context, I'm talking about you are on different levels, you are on different paths. Too many times I see educated young women with, for lack of a better word, hood men. And it annoys me. Like, let's be real, it annoys me. I think we can do better. I'm not even going to try to patch it up. I think we can do better. We definitely can do better. You're educated. You may have come from a particular area that wasn't, you know, you weren't too well off, but maybe through education you were able to, you know, advance in life and so forth. But for some reason, when it comes to a life partner, when it comes to choices in the love department, we tend to choose guys who could offer us nothing. We do all the offering. As I said, a pick me up project. So you probably have to finance him, take care of him financially. You probably have to be the one who's always pushing in the relationship. So he cannot build you. And I personally believe that you need to be with somebody who can push you and build you. Somebody who can make you a better person. It's not a matter of you always be like, you're basically acting as the man, pushing the guy to do better. That's not really your job. You could assist, but when you find that you might be the breadwinner, so you're the one now who's paying for the meals, and a lot of women also. I mean, I feel like this might fall on deaf ears, but I believe that this would fall on a good ear. I don't know why I said a good ear, but just somebody who listens. Don't live with a man. You're not married, do not live with a man. Do not shack up with a man. Do not cohabitate with a man. Do not do it. It is the worst decision you are going to make in your life. Don't do it. You know why? When you do it and you recognize that things aren't working out, you stay. Because you are now comfortable with the person in your space. You don't know how to leave because the person is in your space. You don't think that there's anything else better because this is all you know. Making a decision to leave seems impossible because the person is in your space. Do not live with a man if he is not your husband. Don't do it. I don't care what your financial situation is like. I don't care how annoying your mother, your father, your sister may be, and you feel like you need to lose home. You need to leave home. I don't care how grown you think you are and you're now 18, based on if you're North American or you're in your early 20s and you want to know what it feels like to live on your own or live with the guy. I don't care what the reason is. I don't care if you want to know. I've seen, and I think this was just I thought it was kind of ignorance, but somebody was saying that they kind of, that's why they live with their boyfriends, so that they could see if, basically, they think that you should live with the boyfriends. So you could see maybe what it feels like to live with them or something of that sort. Guys, guys, don't do it. Do not do it. Please don't do it. If you are considering it, don't do it. If you have done it or you are in that situation, get out. Live on your own. If you're not already living with your parents or with some guardian or something, if you're living with your guardian, stay with your guardian. If you're living on your own, live on your own. But do not. Too many females, and the thing is, a lot of these females, it's not that the female live with the guy, you know. The guy often live with the female. And I'm like, there is nothing right about this situation. Like, I don't even want to look at the camera right now. There's nothing right about this situation. You're not even living with him. He's living with you, causing you stress, and you're still there. Like, no, like, don't. But just don't live with a guy. Please don't do it. Don't live with a guy. It makes making every decision 1,000 times harder. Now, trust me, I'm not going to sit here and be like, I do not understand. I know that we have been in love with persons, like, we love them. We love them. There is just something, we just see the good parts about them and the parts that we just can't leave, but we can't look at a holistic picture through a small aspect of a good relate. Almighty, we can't look at the relationship that is bad and focus, zoom in only on like the small good aspect. No, you need a holistic, you need a overall good relationship. But let's go back to that point. Don't live with a man. If you're living with him, I would highly suggest that you move out. I don't care if it saves you on rent. I don't care. I don't care. Like, don't live with a man. I believe a lot of women would tell you that that's one of the biggest mistakes that they made in their lives, to cohabitate with a man. Don't do it. Leave and get your own place. Rephrase that. I prefer, if you're dating someone who could bring something to the table, he should not come with an empty plate and you're just filling. I mean, come on. When you feel it, like, he's just seeping into you. He's seeping. No. Get somebody who could actually, you guys can share. He can give you lasagna. You can give him baked chicken. He can give you green peas. You could give him rice on like Spanish rice or something. Don't be with a man that you have to constantly be pouring on his plate with no return. Let me see how long this video is. It's probably so long, but it's like it was really on my heart and I wanted to talk about it. It's like, we need to know when to just leave, and I think this is the best time to leave a relationship. Right now, especially if you're not living with the person, you're living one way, the person is living one way. It is so easy to just end a relationship around this time. And another thing too, don't make the guy your only friend. A lot of females, especially younger girls, like teens, they ditch friends or they associate less with the friends and more with the boyfriend, which in some cases, I mean, it's natural to an extent, but sometimes they totally isolate friends and family for a boyfriend. And then when they go through issues, they either have no one to talk to or they are ashamed to tell persons of their situations. Now, I'm going to tell every female, find a good friend. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get this good friend to tell them all your business. Every time something happens, you're wrong, go tell them. No. But then I recognize that it is necessary to have someone to talk to, because if you didn't have anybody to talk to before, when you're going through a lot of difficult situations or you want to consider leaving, you have nobody to talk to about it. So ensure that you have a healthy relationship with someone other than your significant other. You must have a female friend. You must be close to your mother, be close to your parents. If you have a sister, a brother, somebody who can give you sound advice, and somebody who you can pitch situations to, and they can give you an honest response. Because I find females are able to make decisions about leaving a toxic relationship when they are in a good headspace. But a lot of them are never able to get in a good headspace because they're just, the only person they are around is the toxic person. So they don't really have a good headspace to make a sound decision. And a little tip, just a little tip before we end this video, just a little tip. If you are considering, and if any of your boyfriends, not any, not any of your boyfriends, if any of you females who are looking at my video, your boyfriend or fiance fits into this particular category, leave him. So if you're considering leaving him, a tip I would give you is to go on a vacation, right? Go on a vacation. Like, you don't have to like go out of state or go out the country. No. Just get away for like a weekend and make the decision to leave them. You know why? When you are away from the person for a little while, you're able, and you surround yourself with other people, you're able to make sound decisions. A lot of us aren't able to make sound decisions because we're constantly around the person who's messing us up. Leave the situation and make a decision. So let me give you a practical example. If you live in New York, take a little vacation, whether to a state close to New York, or you can just go to just a different location for just a week, and you could go for a girls' weekend. Tell your girlfriends that you are planning to leave, and trust me, they're going to talk you up to leave it. I'm telling you. Leave him while you are on vacation. You don't have to come back. And there's nothing wrong with breaking up over the phone. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't care who thinks you need to break up in person. No, you don't. You can break up over the phone. Leave and break up while you are apart. Then block or delete his number from your phone. Delete all of his social media accounts because you have to recognize that you love this person. You have a lot of feelings for this person, and it is so easy to get back into the situation, to have a relapse. It's so easy to go on Instagram, go on Facebook, call them up when you feel all lonely, because it would be tough. Don't get me wrong, it is going to be tough, but sometimes we have to be uncomfortable to feel comfortable again, right? So it's not going to be easy, and I'm not going to kid you and be like, oh, it's good. You're going to feel like crap. You're going to feel like this is the end of the world, I'm never going to get somebody else. And a lot of females actually stay with males because they feel like that's the best they can do. It is not. Trust me, it is not. But in the moment, you don't know it. So when you feel like that, you just play over this video and recognize that it is not. And another piece of advice, if you aren't a Christian, well, I still am going to give the same advice I'm going to give a Christian, but I believe that God gives us signs, and God, he directs our path. And it's nice if you have like a prayer life to just ask him to show you certain things and help you to make a clean break from a toxic relationship, because it isn't easy. That's why a lot of females don't do it. Had it been easy, I would not be having to make this video, but it isn't easy. So you can ask God to help you to leave a relationship that you know is toxic, right? Don't ask to stay and give you the strength. You don't need no strength to stay. You need the strength to leave. All right, so I pray that a lot of us would be in a clean break, and we would now be stress-free, would be in a clean, great environment mentally, and leaving one relationship, you don't take time just to be okay with you. You don't have to jump into another relationship. Even if a guy comes your way, take time to get to know yourself. Take time to just be single, and then you could get back into the dating world. But after you leave one relationship, just chill, just relax, and then you could open up your heart to love again. So I know this video is long, but I really wanted to get that off of my chest. Let me know if you guys love this video, if you like the content, but I really wanted to say this. So even if you guys didn't like it, I still wanted to say it. Thank you guys for watching. Love you and God bless. And definitely thumbs up the video because it helps me. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And welcome to the Keesha Squad. Love you guys. Mwah. And if you want to see more videos like this where I sit down and chit chat and probably eat next time, let me know in the comment section below. Alright, love you. And block the comment section if you agree, if you don't agree, and you can even share your experiences. Love you guys. Bye.